Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome on back to another reaction video. If you have no idea who I am, my name is Sam, aka OGBReacts. I'm a first-time movie reactor here on YouTube, posting every Tuesday and Friday, and I also stream over here occasionally as well. The movie that I'm watching today, I only know a little bit about, but I am really excited to dive onto it and probably learn some new things. Today I'm watching Hidden Figures from 2016. All I know about this film is that it's about, I believe, 3 black women in NASA. I've been really wanting to watch this for a while, really glad I'm watching it now, and I, again, know that I'm probably gonna be learning a bunch of stuff today. So with that, if you're here right now watching this, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching. And to those of you over on Patreon, I appreciate you over there. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope you're enjoying all the full unedited reaction videos and the access to the polls. If you want to watch the full unedited version of this video or to anything else on my channel, you can absolutely do so over on my Patreon. It is $5 a month for that. I also have a tier over there that is solely for the polls, which are ran every single Friday, and it is $2 a month for that. So yeah, really excited to jump on into this, really excited to watch this movie, and I hope you are too. I hope you guys like this reaction, and I shall see you on the other side. Enjoy! Based on true events, okay, yep.
Dodecahedron.
They're offering a full scholarship. All you have to do
Wow.
is get there.
That's pretty good!
You have to see what she becomes.
Yeah,
No.
it's the starter.
Ah, shit.
No crime in a broken down car.
No crime, then me.
Button it up, Mary. Nobody wants to go to jail behind your mouth.
I'll do my best, sugar.
Not a great place for 3 y'all be having car trouble.
We didn't pick the place, officer. It picked us.
You being disrespectful?
Oh boy,
No,
here we
sir.
go. Alright, yep.
You have identification on you? NASA. That's something. We gotta get a man up there before the commies do.
Absolutely.
Whole damn country's counting on them.
That's for certain.
Car being of service is broken down.
Oh, there you go.
Least I can do is give y'all an escort. I imagine you're running late to work.
Oh, no, so we wouldn't want to bother
That
you.
would be wonderful, officer. I'm driving.
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's so close. How quickly his attitude changed, though. I mean, it's the times, I guess. Doesn't fail to irk me, though, you know?
Now we will be first to send a human.
Damn dog and a damn mannequin.
And beyond.
Just that
Who the hell is he?
Sheldon, stop it.
We can't justify a space program that doesn't put anything in space.
Where's the machine?
Any day now, Mr. Harrison.
International Business Machines.
Space is a business.
So I guess one of them is probably gonna be, in that room with that IBM machine, huh?
Mr. Zelensky's requesting you for a permanent assignment.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Get moving. Right, it's late.
Space Test Group needs a computer, ASAP. Someone with a handle on analytic geometry.
Catherine is the gal for that. My application for supervisor, ma'am. Was just wondering if they're still considering me for that position.
Oh boy.
Yes. Well, the official word is no.
I'm doing the work of a supervisor.
Yes.
Well,
Uh-huh.
that's NASA for you. Calcs work for the Redstone test.
Of course. Just give her the damn title. I hope she does well, too.
Mach 1, tunnel test, T-minus 1 minute.
Oh. Go, go, go. Oh, no.
7.
Oh, okay, that's it. That's unfortunate. Oh. Negative.
There is another opening in the engineer training program.
I'm not going to entertain the impossible.
If you were a white male, would you wish to be an engineer?
I wouldn't have to. I'd already be one.
She's correct.
Do not talk to Mr. Harrison unless he talks to you. Not
Okay.
many computers last more than a few days. He's been through a dozen in as many months.
Is that maybe a him problem then? Is it because he's an ass, or is it the job?
Never had a colored in here before, Catherine.
Oh,
Don't
boy.
embarrass me.
Yes, ma'am.
This wasn't emptied last night.
I'm sorry, I'm not the
Custodian.
I mean, that's just beyond intimidating on every level.
Ruth, what's the status on that computer?
She's right behind you, Mr. Harrison.
You think you can find me the Frenet frame for this data? Using the Graham-Schmidt?
Orthogonalization algorithm? Yes, sir. I prefer it over Euclidean coordinates.
And I'm also going to ask you to check Mr. Stafford's math as well as others on this floor from time to time.
I can handle that, Al.
I'm sure you can, Paul. I'm sure they all can. But if that were the case, shingles wouldn't be flying off the heat shield now, would they?
That's very true. I wouldn't be offended by that. Check my work 80 times. I don't care. We're putting someone in space.
My numbers are spot on.
Someone's a little testy, huh?
I'm not gonna be able
Work
to.
on what you can read. The rest is classified. You don't have clearance.
Okay. Maybe she should have the clearance. Maybe.
May I ask where the ladies' room is?
Sorry, I have no idea where your bathroom is. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's... She has to run all the way to God knows what building because they don't have their bathroom. I know it's history. I say this every time something like this happens. I know it's history, but I can't help but be irked. Can't help it. Unbelievable. It's absurd. And you know what? I'm glad they included it in this because it is absurd and stupid that this ever happens. Oh my God.
So you can throw that in the trash.
Excuse me?
It's not an insult to your work. It's just obsolete. That's how fast things are moving around here.
Wow, that
If I
sucks.
sorry, I'd be saying it all day.
That really sucks, honestly. The whole thing was just like, oh, it become obsolete, so everything that you just did, pretty much. Yeah, old news, sorry. That's the job, I guess. Oh, wow, they waited for her. That's nice of
We've
them.
been waiting for hours. Next time you take the bus.
She's in a mood.
You're better with the numbers than anyone in there, Captain, and you know it. Just make that pencil move as fast as your mind does. You'll be fine. And you, have some respect. Get your damn feet off my dashboard. This isn't your living room.
You could fly up to space if you wanted to, Mama. You could be an astronaut.
Did you draw this?
Yes, Mama.
Aww.
Is that me?
That's so cute. It's such a shame that the dad is gone. Dad is dead.
That Colonel Jim is a tall glass of water.
That he is. He's coming over.
Now, why would he be doing that?
Because Mary's waving at him.
Oh my goodness.
Dorothy, slice of pie?
I love
Love the setup.
Pastor mentioned you're a computer at NASA. They let women handle that sort of...
Clearly, yes they do.
That's not what I mean.
If I were you, I'd quit talking right now.
Ooh.
I mean no disrespect.
On any given day, I analyze the manometer levels for air displacement, friction, and velocity. So yes, they let women do some things at NASA, Mr. Johnson. And it's not because we wear skirts. It's because we wear glasses. Have a good day.
Woo! And there you go. Good for her. Stand up for yourself. Yes, I'm glad about that. I'm happy about that.
Gentlemen, if we may, much to see around here.
Mike, we haven't shaken all the hands yet. What do you ladies do for NASA?
Calculate your trajectories, launch and landing.
Well, you can't get anywhere without the numbers.
No, sir.
Well, that was nice of him. Acknowledge them. Treat them as human beings, please. That is so... Of course, there's nothing in there. Of course, why would they put anything in there? Why would they do that? Yeah, really.
No one thought to measure these things?
Oh my God. They can't get the damn computer in the room. Yep. They'll fix it later.
Well, since you made the trip, you can take that batch over there.
I was wondering if you know what they're building over in the tech wing.
Apparently, you can do our calculations in a fraction of the time.
Wow.
Hurry on now. Best if you do it in one trip.
God, every interaction that any of them has with white people is just like, It's so tense all the time. And that's so... I don't know. I'm tense watching.
Is that correct?
Yeah. No shit, it's correct. Of course it is.
And how do you know about the Atlas rocket? That data's not here, like he said. It's classified.
How do you expect her to figure something out if you don't provide all the information? Like, I get it, but like...
I held it up to the light.
It's her job. Yeah, you can see it.
Well, there it is.
Yep.
Are you a spy, Catherine?
Am I what?
I said, are you a Russian spy?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
sir. I'm not Russian.
She's not Russian, sir.
Yeah, she's not, no.
Give her everything she needs to work on Shepard's trajectories without redaction. Are we clear on that?
NASA doesn't commission females for the engineer training program.
Oh.
You don't have the educational requirement. We now require advanced extension courses through the University of Virginia.
Unbelievable.
It's in the employee handbook, an addendum.
An addendum. An addendum. When
Every
was
time
that
we
addendum
have a
added?
chance to get ahead, they move the finish line.
Yep. Yep.
Y'all should be thankful you have jobs at all.
Good Lord, so much wrong with that entire conversation.
They are never gonna allow a colored woman to just take classes at an all-white school.
Petition the court. Fight for what you want, but quit talking about it. Not one more peep about work. Deal me in.
We don't want any trouble in here.
Oh, I'm not here for any trouble, ma'am.
What are you here for?
A book.
A book, yeah.
Books in the colored section.
It doesn't have what I'm looking for.
Oh, my.
know better than that. Hands off my boys. Don't touch them.
You took that book, Mama?
Good for
Son,
you.
I pay taxes.
Yes.
And taxes pay for everything in that library.
Good for her!
I believe I owe you an apology.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I simply misspoke the other day, Mrs. Goebel.
That's a term for it.
I'm sorry, Catherine.
What, Jim?
Underestimating you.
Breaking news. The Soviet news agency has announced that Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin has become the first man in space.
Oh, yep.
How in the hell did we find ourselves in second place in a two-man race? There's only two things you need to know going forward. One is staying here, working late, that's going to be a fact of life.
Yeah.
And two, don't expect your paychecks to reflect the extra time it's going to take to catch up and pass those bastards.
That's unfortunate. I mean, understandable, considering there's so much tension in many ways with the Russians during this time. So it's like, the fact that they beat them, no, no, no. That is a no. That should not have happened. Nada. Yeah, trying to get that whole thing up and running is a process in itself. Oh? Is she gonna set it up?
It'll run eventually. And when it does, we have to know how to program it. Unless you'd rather be out of a job.
I got a court date.
Oh, so she's fighting this. Okay, good for her. Oh, is she? Wait a second.
That's in the wrong spot.
Oh! Ah! Unbelievable.
Where is she?
I know it's not gonna matter at all, but she should probably mention that, huh? That is not having her bathroom there.
Where the hell do you go every day?
There's no bathroom for me here.
What do you mean there's no bathroom for you here?
What do you mean, right?
There are no colored bathrooms in this building or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And I work like a dog day and night, living off of coffee from a pot none of you want to touch.
I'm glad she's doing this. I really am. Let him know.
Excuse me.
Yes.
If I have to go to the restroom a few times a day.
Y'all get it? Y'all see it? Anything? Yes? Oh.
No more colored restrooms. No more white restrooms. Just plain old toilets.
Thank you.
Here at NASA, we all pee the same color.
That is very true. In general as well. But good, I'm glad. Because when it's a voice like that, doing something like that, yeah, I mean, you gotta frickin' listen. I'm really glad he did that, actually. And I'm glad she said something before, because they clearly just are so one way, you know, like very narrow.
Get on up there.
Please work. I don't know if I know of any explosions for this, but
Y'all is okay. Switching manual roll.
yay!
Petition to attend courses at Hampton High School.
Oh, this is
Good morning, Your Honor.
incredibly intimidating. Good luck.
I plan on being an engineer at NASA, but I can't do that without taking them classes at that all-white high school. And I can't change the color of my skin. So I have no choice but to be the first, which I can't do without you, sir. Out of all the cases you're gonna hear today, which one is gonna make you the first?
That was very smart of her to kind of frame this to be like, you will be the first. I'll be the first too, but you.
Only the night classes.
Only the night classes, yes. That sounds good. Woo! I'm glad, I really am. It's sad though, it's just like, yeah, look at it in a selfish light, sir. And then he's like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. Good for you.
I would like to get a jump on John Glenn's trajectory.
How have Grissom numbers been?
They've been spot on.
Give Glenn's orbit a go.
Wow.
Computers don't author reports.
Someone just a little sassy man, little angry man.
Rescuers are now going to pull him from the ocean waves. Unfortunately, the Liberty Bell 7 capsule is lost.
Well, at least he's back home, alive.
If I could attend the briefings, I'd be more useful to the project.
Pentagon briefings are closed door. Calculate with what you have.
It's not efficient. It's not efficient at all. Like, she's right. She should be involved in that way too, because do you want it to be efficient? Yeah, this is a lot though. Oh my god. I mean, I could literally never. I can't do math. Do I look like I can do math? No.
Atta girl.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? You can't be in here.
Bill, we've got numbers.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The parameters for Friendship 7?
Oh, this is all moot. We're altering the window on the capsule.
If I could attend briefings, I could stay.
Catherine, we have been
It's
through this.
true.
It is not possible. There's no protocol for women attending.
Oh,
There's no protocol for a man circling the Earth either, sir.
Okay,
Well-
that is just the way things are.
Yeah, well, things can be changed. It's all, again, it's just efficiency, and she's doing all this work for nothing.
Who makes the rules?
You, sir, you are the boss. You just have to act like one.
Oh,
sir.
I mean, she's right.
Morning.
She's completely right, though. It's like, come on. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes the stairs. Yep. A woman, a black woman. My heart.
Be able to calculate a go, no go with that information.
When exactly is that gonna happen?
Catherine,
Oh,
have a go at it.
well, just another intimidating thing.
32 feet. Distance. Okay, so that puts your landing zone at 5.0667 degrees north, 77.3333 degrees west.
Insane.
Right here. Give or take 20 square miles.
I'm not accepting reassignment unless I bring my ladies with me.
Good.
Excuse me?
We're gonna need a lot of manpower to program that beast. I can't do it alone. My gals are ready. They can do the work.
Yes.
Ladies.
Good. She didn't leave him behind. I don't
You've
think
been
she ever
reassigned.
would. But yes, you have been
Leave your
reassigned.
calculator.
That's so good. I'm glad. Oh. Yes. No woman left behind.
You're gonna make a fine engineer.
Yay.
Wavelength relationships.
I'm Mary Jackson. I'm enrolled.
Well, the curriculum is not designed for teaching a woman.
Well, I imagine it's the same as teaching a man.
It could be old math. Something that looks at the problem numerically and not theoretically. Euler's method.
All math confuses me.
That's it.
Wow.
I hear the IBM's up to full capacity. I have a few girls in the East group that have an interest in learning more about it.
It is the future.
I may bring them by if it's all the same to you.
It's not my decision, ma'am. That would be the supervisor.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, that is true.
Despite what you may think, I have nothing against y'all.
I know you probably believe that.
Oh! Woo! Yes!
Please don't tell me I missed someone's birthday.
No, you didn't.
Wait, is it my birthday?
She's like, what is it?
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do this all night.
Oh?
Oh, mother of mercy.
That's for me. He's a good man.
Oh.
He's already crying.
She's my mother's ring. She's more than something. She's everything.
Good.
I do.
I didn't ask you yet.
Hurry up.
Hurry up.
The Cape's now insisting on doing all the backups down there on site. Long story short, we no longer need a computer in this department. Progress is a double-edged sword.
What?
Let's have you report back to the West Group for now. We'll see if we can find another assignment.
Damn. No, there's gonna be another job for her. There is.
We heard you got engaged.
Oh.
They're lovely.
Well, despite all of her good work, nobody's given her any sort of look. I guess that's good and bad. They're not staring at her like she has 8 heads.
Paul, something's off here. These landing coordinates don't match yesterday's. Our guys are on it.
Let's get the girl to check the numbers.
Oh?
You mean Catherine?
Yes, sir.
Well.
Smart one. I mean, she says they're good. I'm ready to go.
That's amazing. Yes!
Looking for Catherine Goebel.
It's Catherine Johnson now.
They need you to verify these coordinates.
She'll be able to figure it out, definitely. You got this, you got this, you got this. Yep.
What the devil are you doing? Are you taking a break?
Run! Time to run again. I admire her for running in those damn heels. I can't even wear them. Just go in. Just go in. No.
Catherine.
Okay, yeah, you definitely need that. Never mind. Yeah, I was thinking he wouldn't let that happen, that she wasn't gonna be in there.
The launch window is a go. The landing coordinates match.
That is very good news, Al.
Catherine did manage to calculate a few decimal points further than that hunk of metal.
Of
I will
course.
take every digit you got. Be sure to thank her for me.
Oh. God. It really is crazy. You're in that little thing and you just gotta trust that it's gonna be safe. Good luck. Well, John Glenn is the first man to orbit the Earth. I didn't know that. The first American, I mean.
Oh, that view is tremendous.
Uh-huh. I would never be able to be an astronaut, but boy, it would be cool to be an astronaut.
New assignment came down the pike.
Oh? Computing lab supervisor. She's finally a supervisor. Can y'all give her some back pay, please?
We have a warning light.
Capcom 7, I have a warning.
What? Gotta add that sprinkle of drama in there, I guess, but also, I guess, fact too, huh?
The heat shield may have come loose.
Great.
The retro package straps might hold it in place.
Will that work?
It will work.
Is there a reason for this? Over.
Stand by, 7.
Yeah, don't tell him. Yeah, you don't want to have him panic in space, I guess, even though, you know, astronauts are supposed to be composed or trained to be composed in situations like this. But still, you don't really want to be like, ah!
Capcom, you're going out.
He's crossing the communication blackout zone.
Of course.
There's a real fireball outside. It's getting a little hot in here.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Friendship 7, do you copy? Over.
Oh, boy.
Loud and clear, Capcom.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Your go, no go is good. Landing coordinates are spot on, 7.
Yes, they are. Yes, they
I've always wanted
are.
to swim in the Bahamas.
Ah.
Nice work.
You too, Mr. Harrison.
You think we can get to the moon?
Oh, now I'm wondering. I hope she helped with the moon. That would be nice to know. Mary Jackson became NASA's and America's first female African-American astronaut. Oh, wow. And she was approved Cleanest Women's Program Manager, where she fought to advance women of all colors. That's amazing. Dorothy Vaughan became NASA's first African-American supervisor. Most brilliant minds at NASA. Katherine Johnson went on to perform calculations for the Apollo 11 mission to the moon and the space shuttle. Hidden Figures. Oh. That's amazing, actually. Oh my goodness. This was so good. This was so good. I really enjoyed this on many different levels, honestly. I mean, I absolutely love space. I even sort of tried to look into the route of astronomy, but math is not my strong suit, and it's a lot of math, clearly. We've seen that, yes, but I just love space. So watching any sort of space movie, I'm always just intrigued on that next level, and just learning something pretty much brand new in terms of this, where, you know, there was this story within the history of the space race and whatnot, and I enjoyed it because of that. I like learning things like this in a way that it was presented in a movie format like this, and I really enjoyed it overall. I mean, it was just a great story, a true story, and good. I'm happy. I'm content. Once again, this was absolutely a really well done movie of a story and a side of history that, I mean, a lot of people didn't know, including myself. Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary were all played by actresses who absolutely killed it. I mean, I loved their performance, and every time they were on the screen, and it was just really well done in that way. The story itself, I mean, it's a true story, you know? I mean, I'm sure there are, of course, with any movie that is based on true events, there's gonna be some, like, you know, exaggerations or some, you know, stretches or whatever, but I feel like with something like this, there was a lot of truth to it. I feel like this is one of those films that even if you're not super interested in, like, space, you just have to watch because it's history. It's something that really happened, and it's important. I didn't learn this in school. I learned, you know, a lot about, you know, space race and whatnot, but not this. So I'm glad that this movie exists so that I can know about it, and I can take something away from this, you know? And I just cannot imagine, I mean, I said it multiple times in this reaction, it's just the amount of intimidation that all three of these ladies faced. You're in a room where there's really not even any women anyway. Like, there's pretty much no women except for, like, the secretaries or even like the supervisors or whatever, but there's no women doing the math. And then on top of it, there's no black people anywhere at all doing the math, doing anything in terms of just this. So being a black woman in this space, I could not imagine just the pure intimidation, the nervousness that they must have felt. And again, I mean, clearly not just in this setting, but just overall too, but especially in this setting when there are just white men in the positions around you. But they proved them all wrong, clearly, because they're amazingly smart, very talented in this way people. So I'm just so happy to see that they all just stood up for what they wanted to do. It's just like, I just want to do this job. Like, I want to do this. Give me the opportunity to do this. And I'm glad they were given the opportunity, but not even necessarily given the opportunity. They made that opportunity. They did it for themselves, especially like Mary Jackson, who went to the court and was just like, yeah, I want to take these classes. Yeah, it's an all-white school. I don't care. right? And even then she had to twist the situation and be like, you would be the first person to allow this. You, the judge. Then he got interested, right? So yeah, this was truly an amazing story and a piece of history that I'm glad that I know now. And of course, as you could have guessed it, I really did enjoy this overall, had a great time watching it, and I hope that you guys did as well. If you did enjoy the reaction, please feel free to like the video, and if you aren't already, please feel free to subscribe. And if you want to watch the full unedited version of this video or to anything else on my channel, you can absolutely do so over on my Patreon. It is $5 a month for that. And for those of you who are already on Patreon, I really do appreciate you over there. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope you're enjoying all the full unedited reaction videos and the access to the polls. And of course, if you wanted to find me outside of YouTube, you can absolutely do so. You can find me pretty much anywhere at OGBReacts. I'm mainly on Twitter and TikTok, but I'm also on Instagram and Twitch as well. Once again, this was an absolutely beautifully done, just well acted, amazing story. And again, I'm really glad that I know this piece of history that happened in the space race. I've always been a space nerd. I've always been kind of a history nerd as well. So watching something like this, absolutely loved it. And again, hope you all enjoyed this reaction, and I hope to see you all in the next reaction video, whatever that may be. Okie dokie, toodaloo, adios, and goodbye.